conscious living. And I almost said conscious dating and relationships, conscious living. And we are talking with one of our event and workshop hosts. Her name is Christine Duraki. She is known as the Ignited Goddess. And she's here to talk with us all about Ayurveda, how to step into our own energies, what the doshas are, and so many other things that you'll be able to observe and enjoy as a part of this amazing ongoing series. So, Satori Sessions, and it is number 5. I can't believe we've done 5 of these now.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And you've been a part of the last 2,
Yes.
so it's been wonderful to have you. Hello, Christine Duraki, the Ignite.
Thank you.
How are
Thank
you?
you so much for having me, Lydia. I'm so happy to be back and being here with you on
Thank
this
you.
summer, fallish kind of day.
And isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. So, on a day like this, you could really sense what Ayurveda means because you can feel that the fall is coming. And the
Mhm.
fall, what does that elicit in you? Like, do you feel when the fall comes, the air is cooler and there's a lot more wind? And those things are also happening in us. And that is the way that I love to share about Ayurveda.
Okay, great. Well, let's get started. I mean, a lot of people are very fascinated by Ayurveda, and they're wondering, how can we get more in touch with ourselves, centered, balanced,
Sure.
experiencing anxiety. A lot of people are under stress and anxiety these days.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
so, what do you recommend? Where should people start? I know you offer a quiz on your site.
I
And
do, but you're right. One of the biggest things is if we are always in fight or flight, we can't listen and hear our own intuition, our own inner wisdom, or even start to sense what the elements are in us. So the first thing that we have to do is relax and allow our nervous system to restore itself and come back into balance, and then we can receive the messages. So doing breath work or just pausing and saying, I'm going to give myself just 5 minutes, close my eyes, and do nothing. We think we always have to do, but really, especially as we get older, we have to do less to hear more. So maybe let's start with a little bit of breath work. And we'll keep it super simple
okay,
because I believe that the simpler it is, the more we will do it. If it's too much too soon, too crazy, we're not going to implement it into our life. So let's
right.
just keep it simple,
Okay.
and we'll sit up nice and tall because our posture signifies a lot. We want to be able to receive as much of our own prana into our own body. So if you sit up nice and tall, let your shoulders relax. You might start to tap on the center of your forehead and then just close your eyes. You might turn your gaze upward towards your forehead. They say this is the place of our intuition. And then you can start to breathe all the way down into the belly area. Breathe into the count of 4. Pause at the top of your inhale. And then exhale for the count of 4. Pause at the bottom of your exhale. And you can do that again. Breathe in for the count of 4. Pause at the top of your inhale. And then exhale for the count of 4. Breathing the same inhale and exhale is called samavriti breath, and it's super relaxing to our nervous system. So, whatever count you choose, if you want to continue breathing this way, you can, or you can just resume your normal breath. But if we breathe in an even pattern, it signals to our nervous system that it's safe. And when we feel safe, that's when we can hear and receive our own intuitive messages. So that would be my first piece of Ayurveda wisdom is to allow your nervous system to relax, and however that is for you. It might mean that you're going out for a walk or you're gardening, but I do like to just take a pause through the day and breathe in that even pattern. And I find that it's super helpful to me because you can do it really anywhere. We carry our breath with us everywhere we go. So that's the number one tool for me.
Definitely.
So
What's
a little bit
another?
more about Ayurveda.
Yeah. What? Tell us some more and how we can apply it in our daily lives.
Sure. So the thought about Ayurveda is that everything that's occurring out in nature is also occurring in us. So the all the elements, the quality of earth, if you think about the groundedness of earth, that's also in us. The wind is in us, the that quality of air. So some days we need that air, we need to be moving a little bit more, but other days that might affect us horribly. You might feel like you that scatters your brain even more. And so if you think about um, pitta, which is the quality has the qualities of fire. Fire can be super transformative, but if there's too much, then we can burn out. If you think about a fire that happens out in nature, the same thing can happen in our own body. And then water. If you think about all the qualities of water, how does water move? Sometimes water is super stagnant and doesn't move at all, or sometimes it's flowing beautifully, or sometimes it's tumultuous and we get those riptides. And those things, if you think of it that way, those things are also occurring in us. And so I did devise some questions to think about how those elements show up in you, because everybody is different. We have all of those elements, but everybody has a different amount. So, first, let's talk about Vata. Vata is a creative, intuitive, it's light, it needs grounding and nourishment. Pitta is passionate and focused, radiant, needs cooling and compassion. And kapha is nurturing, steady, magnetic, needs stimulation and inspiration. And so I wrote some journaling kind of prompts just to start to think about how those things show up in you, whether it be in your everyday life with your partner, your job, your friends. Learning about Ayurveda can be beneficial to all areas of your life. And you're a dating coach. So, this could be so great. Like, oh, what kind of date should I take my partner on? Because they have a lot of vata in them, or they have a lot of pitta in them, or they have a lot of kapha in them. And it could be a really fun way to start to think about dating.
Hmm.
But okay, so let's just think about these journal prompts. And so the quality of air, I said, where do you feel lightness in your body, movement, or restlessness in my body or mind today? Because that would be how air shows up.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah.
So then, how about you? Can you tell me where is that showing up for you?
In my body,
Yeah,
um, in my chest.
in your chest. Okay.
Yeah, I would say in my heart center.
Hmm. You have a lot of movement there today, like you.
Just we went for a relaxing walk a little bit,
Hmm.
and we were just sitting and watching people, and I felt that energy, just being recharged in my heart center and arena. And I wear, tiger's eye and
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm also wearing rose quartz. So there's a lot of love and positivity. And
Mhm.
I definitely feel it in my heart center.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, so you're very intuitive. You're probably, when you're sitting there, people watching, doing a body read, like just doing an intuitive reading on people and then picking up their energies as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. So, how about fire? How about, where is my passion, focus, or heat showing up for me right now?
Hmm. The heat is showing up. Interesting. Solar plexus chakra. So
Hmm.
just below your breast and your chest.
Okay. So, can you tie that into eating? Have you eaten, or are you hungry?
I'm a bit hungry, yes.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes. And then water. Where do I feel flow, compassion, and nourishment within me?
Hmm. My throat.
Hmm. Interesting. Earth. Where do I feel rooted, steady, and supported?
My feet.
Your feet. Yeah. The foundation of us, right?
Mhm.
Everything starts with our feet. And space. Where do I feel openness, freedom, and possibility?
Well, let's see. It's been a challenging day. That one you're gonna have to think about. Um, but I would say in my head, so I somewhere around the third eye, uh, somewhere, yeah, right in here.
A lot of intuitive guidance today.
Mm,
Huh?
a lot,
Overwhelming.
a lot.
Very good. Yeah. So I wrote a lot more type prompts, and I like to do that because it allows you to really focus in on the elements in a different way, and start to think about your own physical body, and how throughout the day it's changing. It's not, we don't always stay the same. And so if we think about the dosha quiz and we just go by that dosha quiz, we're really limiting ourselves. And really, it's so vast and expansive. So doing it this way just gets you learning about the qualities of each element, and then you can change and dictate how you utilize that throughout your day.
During the day, do people often shift position as the day progresses?
Morning, we have that creative energy. And they say that really we should rise with the sun and go to bed with the sunset, and stay in sync with nature. So, yes, the times change. We go from Vata time to Pitta time to Kapha time, and it's cyclical. So that happens throughout the day. And so that's why we want to do things in the morning that allows our creativity to shine. At noontime, we would like to try to eat our largest meal because that's the highest point of pitta energy. And then go to bed at kapha time so that we can sleep deeply. Because you might notice that if you go to sleep past 10 o'clock, then you have that second wind, and you have another burst of energy, and then it's harder to go to bed. And that's just because of the natural cycle of nature.
Wow. Yes.
Very logical science. Yeah.
Well, that's why it's been around thousands of years. So, yeah. So it's going to make a lot of sense before we got or mixed it up. So, are there any breathing exercises that you can show us in addition to how you opened today, just to get into ourselves, just to center a little bit? Or I can take us through. relaxation physiology and just get back into self.
Alternate nostril breath. I think that's super calming and beneficial to the feminine in us and the masculine in us, and just brings us back into balance. So if you haven't done this before, you'll lift your right arm up. And again, you want to make sure that you have it lifted so that you can receive your prana, your life force. Um, Again, our posture is super important because if we're rounding, we can't receive all of that life force. We want to lift our arm up, and then you can take your two peace fingers, rest them on your forehead. Your ring finger goes on to the left, and then your thumb goes on to the right. So your fingers are resting on each side of your nostril. Your other hand can just rest in your lap, and then just breathe normally through both nostrils. And then exhale through both nostrils. Then inhale through both nostrils. Close off your right nostril. And inhale through the left. Close off your left. And exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Close off your right nostril. And exhale through the left. Inhale through your left nostril. Close it off. Exhale through the right. Inhale through your right. Close it off. Exhale through the left. Your eyes can be slightly gently closed or gaze turned upward towards your forehead. Continue breathing this pattern on your own. Allow it to be gentle without force, allowing it to bring you back into balance. And then the next time you exhale through the left nostril, release your hands back down into your lap. You can blink your eyes open if they were closed, and just notice how you feel. It's one of my favorite. Our breath is so powerful.
Well, of course, in hypnotic anesthesiology and hypnotherapy, we do a lot of breathing. The whole basis of it, in terms of getting into a calming, restful state, is hypnotherapy. So, yeah, it's key. It is key to life. So that was wonderful. Oh, okay. So we're getting a lot of comments,
On everyone.
and we enjoy the fact that you came on. They're interesting comments, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
So I don't do OnlyFans, and I don't believe Christine does either. The Ignite God. But we thank you for thinking of us in that way. Getting back to what we're doing, what is one thing that you find that people often do um, when they're nervous and tense and they I know I find people forget to breathe that deep thing, and I have to remind them, especially if we're going through some past trauma or situation. I now remember to breathe as we continue today. What is something that you find when you're working with people?
When I get stressed, I will clench my jaw. So, doing the breathing exercises really helps me so much. But I also witness in people that I've worked with if you're not getting a good night's sleep, that can really bring any sort of anxiety, makes it so much worse. And we repeat the same sort of pattern. So we might know, oh, I should go to bed earlier. I shouldn't watch another episode of Netflix, or I shouldn't have another glass of wine. But we sabotage ourselves. So it's one of the things that I talk about first, is that we have to witness the things that we do, and everybody does different things, but um, I would say that we all do it. It's one of the universal archetypes, and it's that worthy component. So we have to start there and witness those things.
Definitely. Well, Christine Duraki, the Ignited Goddess, thank you so much for coming on Just Living with Dr. Tranquility and with the Ignited Goddess, Christine Duraki, for Satori Sessions 5. This is part of our series. So, Christine, tell everyone where they can find you.
Instagram, Ignited Goddess. You can go to my website, ignitedgoddess.com, or you can shoot me an email, ignitedgoddess@gmail.com. And be happy to send you more of these type questions, a dosha quiz, or get you set up for the Radiant Health course that starts September 9th. Yeah, it's on over Zoom. You should join. I would love to have you.
Definitely. Let's do it. I would be happy to learn from you.
About to share some deep relaxation. And I really, I love yoga nidra, and I know your type of relaxation is a little bit different. Well, can you take us through that? Do we have time for that?
Let's just get comfortable. And you can just, now here we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to allow ourselves to sort of just slump. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your neck is relaxed. And you're going to take a few cleansing breaths by closing off your right nostril and simply breathing through the left for a slow, comfortable count of 5. And then inhaling for a slow, comfortable count of 5. And you're just going to continue that over and over and over while you breathe. While you breathe, focusing on the sound of my voice, knowing that all other sounds, in addition to my voice, will only serve to take you deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper down into relaxation, relaxing your forehead and the muscles in and around your eyes, relaxing your cheeks, parting your teeth, allowing your jaw to relax. As Christine just mentioned, we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, so allow that jaw to relax. As you continue down your throat and the back of your neck into your shoulders, just allow them to slump down into your lap as you breathe, relaxing your back and your chest all the way down the middle of your back, your stomach and upper and lower abdominals, your lower back into your hips. Really get in there, ladies, with your hips and down to your buttocks, letting all the tension go as we continue down the thighs, moving along the hamstrings, all the way down over the knees into the calves. And then from the calves down into the heels of your feet, pushing forward and out any remaining tension or stress. Going back up to the shoulders, really letting go. You can even Move your shoulders as you breathe, focusing on my voice, allowing my voice to take you even deeper. This is a test. Even deeper down into peace and relaxation. As you focus on the sound of my voice, all tension and any other sound only serves to take you deeper and deeper down. You recognize it and you release it, going deeper down, moving down the arms now with release, releasing tension, releasing stress. You may start to notice that they feel heavy or they feel light. Whatever works best for you as we continue down into the fingertips and it moves out. We allow it to flow the way water flows from a faucet or a waterfall, flowing out of you all tension, all stress. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. When you reach the 1, you will be at a magical place in your mind, maybe the beach or the mountains, by a babbling brook or river, or the ocean and a beach. 10, going deeper down, 9, 8, releasing all, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And as we step down to 1, you're starting to notice aromas. 1, you are there feeling the sand or even the moss and the ground beneath your feet as we walk. Sitting by the water now, we're going to toss any remaining tension into the wave as it comes in, into the brook or the river as it rolls by. And as it goes by with that wave and it goes out, it takes it from you and pulls it out to sea. It takes it from you and it flows down the river. And you're going to allow the stressors that you have had today, the top stressor, put it into the water and just allow it to flow, be pulled out. And as the wave comes back in, it's as if to say, I'm ready for the next one. And we're going to do this 3 times. 2, 3. As we let it go now, just feeling the warmth of a ray of sun that's streaming down on you, filling your body with this warm, comforting energy. It moves through your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, moving out as it fills you, emanating out of every pore, forming your magical bubble of protection as a layer around you. And you can carry this back with you as we begin to stand up, walking back and ascending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, climbing even higher. 6, 7, deep inhalation. 8, 9, 10. You may open your eyes anytime in the next 60 seconds, feeling refreshed, relaxed, and at peace. Energy focused. Open your eyes now. Thank you, darling.
I went to a nice babbling brook. The
Yeah,
water was a little cold. I love doing those things. Awakens your imagination, you know?
was. So, just to let everyone know, I am Dr. Tranquility Lydia. You will find me on Instagram under Dr. Tranquility Lydia for my dating protocol. which is a protocol that uses hypnotherapy, date therapy on Instagram, and conscious dating and relationships is now a podcast. You'll find it on Spotify and iHeart, and it gets rolled into conscious living with Dr. Tranquility. You can also, yeah. Thank you. It was great having you on. And
I feel truly grateful to have met you and connected with you. I appreciate you very much.
and I feel a lot of gratitude as well for you. Yay. All right.
Next time, right?
Yeah. Come back and join us for some yummy breathing exercises and tune in.
Yeah. Maybe we'll even do a mini yoga class.
Do
Yeah, keep it fun and light. All right. Good night.